exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream in me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
Outstanding. Outstanding. Every chance I get, baby. That's right, baby. Even when it hurts, baby. We're all part of this stuff, baby. How y'all doing? It is indeed. Let me hit the damn right button. Here I am. Hey, it's Thursday. It's Wait a minute. Oh, pitiful, ain't it sad? It's Sunday. I don't even know what day it is. No, it's Thursday. It's Thursday, I think. It's, For a minute there, I'm forgetting what freaking day it is. Isn't it sad? Anyway, we're here to have a Blue Dot family meeting. No matter what day it is, it's indictment day is what it is. Not indictment. It's another arrest. It's an arraignment day. And yes, I got to see it, baby. Of course, I got to see it when he left his club up there, got in the car and drove all over the freaking place. Got cameras on him. Now they had cameras a little while ago, watching him all the way back to Bedminster, and they're going to keep the cameras on him. Ain't it pitiful? It's sad. Anyway. So that smart-ass squad was the first one to jump in, followed by Bart Larson. Nancy Halverson is here. The remixtress, thank you very much. Carol Lowe. Mike DeAnda, thank you very much for being here. Bruce Preston. Kathleen Welch, thank you, baby. Mega Wet Willie's here. Jeanette Miller, Debbie Marie. Boy, howdy shit, everybody's here. Justin Partridge is here. Let me see here. BW is here. Oh, Lord have mercy. Trudy Baxter. Hey, Trudy. How you like my hat, baby? How you like my hat? Let me see. Dorothy Tyndall is here. Karen Van Wyck, thank you very much. Look how many times that is, baby. I'm telling you, I'm on a roll. Nancy Halverson, let me get on down here. I know Carolyn and John Majesco are here. Our own, let me get on down here and get this started because, baby, we got stuff to talk about. Anyway, it was arraignment day, and we all got to see him go in there. Well, we didn't get to see him. We saw him go in the building, and drive in and drive out. That's about all we got to see. But the news made a spectacle of it, as they usually do. But I printed out the indictment, and I sat this morning and read the whole thing. As a matter of fact, I have it, as I always like to have it, in print, so I can hold it in my hand and read it. I'm not good at doing electronic reading, but I've got my copy, and I read it, every bit of it this morning, and man, I'm telling you, this is solid as a rock. And anyway, oh, wait a minute, before we start there, that's not the only paper I have. I got mail, baby, I got mail. And the first one I got was from Trudy Baxter in Florence, Alabama, I think. Yes, Florence, Alabama. She sent a box, and guess what it had in the box? It had my new hat. I hope you can see that. It says, "Let's make lying wrong again." And I wore that to the store today. I only got one mean look, but she also sent a nice card. Trudy, thank you very much for being a member of this family. And hey, for the t-shirts and the hat And my bumper sticker. I like this. Haven't decided where to put it. Just says, make waves. And there's a blue wave back there, baby. Make waves. I love it. I'm going to decide where to put that. And then I got a nice letter from John and Carolyn Majesco out in North Carolina. And they also included a nice little donation in there. I appreciate them very much. I got to read one of them. I haven't read all of them. There's some stories in here. And John and Carolyn both are fantastic writers. I did sit and read the document this morning, and then had things I had to get done, so I will read that this evening when I'm sitting at my table. Hello, Bernadette.
Hey, John, how you doing?
I'm doing better than I thought I would. I'm doing all right, baby. I'm doing okay.
Right on.
Hanging in there every day.
Yeah, sometimes that's about all we can do.
That's the best we can hope for some days.
Hang in there.
You don't let go,
Yep.
you're good to go, though. See? Just don't let go.
Yep.
So,
Just don't let go. That's right. Hang
anyway,
in there.
glad
We'll
to see
get through
you
all
here.
of this.
You bet.
Thank you.
And miss you, chick.
Good to be here.
I think you guys are doing better than I am.
Well, what's up,
Oh.
baby? What's wrong?
Well, I'm just having one of those senior moments where I'm going crazy. I know I scribbled some notes and some shout outs and I can't find them.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Sound
I
like
put them
me.
in my bag and I don't know where they went.
I lost half my mind and I can't remember where I put the other half.
Yeah, I'm
So,
done looking. I'll just figure something else out.
You know, I've explained my Rolodex is getting mighty fuzzy up there. It's getting beat to
John,
hell.
you're fortunate to have a printout. I can't do any printing. I don't have any paper. And so I had to go and borrow my grandson's tablet because I have like 3 small screens set up today. One of them is the tablet, and that's where I have my copy of
Yeah.
the indictment. So
I like
yeah, at
to
least
have
I
it in
get
paper
to see it.
where I can make my little scribbly marks and shit.
I understand.
Because sometimes, whilst you're reading it, you know, by the time you get to the end of it, you know who co-defendant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is.
Oh, absolutely.
But
Still
as I'm
wondering
reading it,
about
I keep
Sid.
forgetting. I keep like, wait a minute, who's number 3? Who's 3? I have to
No,
go back and look.
You know, I made those notes the first day it came out, and so I pretty much got those people stuck in my head. So, yeah, it needs. I need a serious brainwash.
I
Okay.
do too. Let me start out. Let me send out a big old thank you to Nanny Lovely, our own Tammy Ames, who came in with a $5 donation and said, all 6 are co-conspirators, not
Yes.
unindicted co-conspirators. Jack Smith has them in a vice. He indicted them. He indicted but didn't file, or they are under seal. I think they're under seal now. I think all of them have got indictments against them.
I think they're pending.
Yeah,
I think
I
those
don't
indictments
think
are
there's any
pending, and
choices.
I don't think that Jack even wanted another defendant on this particular case against him. This is gonna fly through the courts and the magistrate judge. I love
That's
her.
what they're talking
love
about.
her already.
That this is
Yes.
not going to dilly-dally around and stuff. This is going to go, baby.
Nope.
And I love it that, well, thank you, Valerie Wood. Here's the story on the shirt real quick. Damn it, I done lost my thought of where I was going just a second ago. Anyway, the shirt. Told Travis, now, I know there's a box of shirts out there in that shed that we packed away because, you know, Donnie was defeated and gone. So some shirts weren't relevant. Yeah. Well, some of them are going to make a comeback, baby. Anyway.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a whole box of them out there. Oh, man, Marcia's going to kill me for all the shirts I have, I swear.
Well, you're just gonna have to get, you know, our resident seamstress to make you another quilt.
I swear.
mean, she
I
did
love my, you know, I
excellent
sleep with
job.
my quilt every night.
Excellent
Not that one.
Yeah.
Marcia won't
Yeah.
let that one on the bed. Right now,
I don't blame her.
it's turned with the, right now it's on the love seat out in the living room, turned with the dogs up front, not the, on the other side. If you pick it up and look around on the other side of it, it's all
Right.
the Trump stuff. Yes, it looks nice in there. Anyway, where was we going? What did you say to me right before I said church? See, it's not my fault, it's your fault. See, I'm asking you, where were we? See,
Right.
I kind of don't remember what I was saying.
Well, your brain took a pause, and
Yeah.
my brain too.
My
so
brain
I
is
don't- I
toast,
don't
baby.
remember.
I'm trying to hang on to it. I did enjoy the read this morning. It got me yeah, I needed to read this morning, and this was.
You know, the indictment is really easy to read, and for those of you who
Yes.
haven't read it, it's 45 pages long. It's double spaced. It's intense. Don't get me wrong. It's intense, but it is in clear language.
Anybody
Clear.
could understand this. Doesn't take a lawyer or
Everybody
anything
can
else
understand
to read this and understand
Nope.
what he did. And as
It
I said
isn't
today,
another what they call speaking indictment or talking indictment, and it tells a story. This could be made between the two indictments. It's a book, honey. It's a book.
and
Jack
this
Smith
is just
right.
what he's put out now. You know, there's a
Mhm.
shitload more.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just, you know, what I was going to say is it's already being talked about that this can be supersede the trial down in Florida.
It absolutely will.
This can
It
take
absolutely
precedent
will.
over the documents trial. They can make this trial go forward and put the other one on hold. And oh, by the
Well,
way,
he's in charge of both of them, and
Hey.
and you know, yeah, this one is far more important, to be honest with you.
and if that was not enough, but wait, there's more. Just like on TV,
Wait.
you know. But wait, there's more. I got a call from the incomparable Bill Joins just earlier today, and we were talking, and he let me know that there was a ticker going by that said that the Fulton County District Attorney has cleared traffic away from the courthouse, and I can't remember if he said it was on Monday or Tuesday, but either one of those days, I can't remember right in my head right now. He said that.
I heard that too, and I heard the sheriff put out a notice today saying that should he be indicted in Fulton County, he was getting mugshots.
All right, there you go. We don't know, you know.
He
He could be sending a double to all these things. You know how that goes.
Absolutely.
We got to make sure it's him. Yes, it looks like they're going to clear the streets Monday or Tuesday down there, which tells you that the indictment down in Georgia will probably be made public, and you know, of course, Donnie's going to scream about piling on, you know, going after him and all this shit. I'm really looking.
Witch hunt.
What's that?
Witch hunt. Witch hunt.
Witch hunt. Witch hunt. Yeah.
He does it every day. I mean, he ain't screaming nothing new.
I'd seen a meme earlier today that said you can't scream witch hunt if it's your monkeys turning you in.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, and like the previous indictment, this indictment only contains Republicans.
Yes.
How about that?
How about that? That's what I mean. Gene Shanky just put in there, it's next Tuesday that the Fulton County, Georgia, is going to clear the streets. Yes, these are all, this, you know, I said that today on my rant. This is not a Democrat weaponization or this is Republican witnesses against him. These are his people that are turning against him. And I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. If we look what's going on up in Wisconsin, out in Arizona, these people that put their names on these fake electors lists and sign their names to them. And these people might have some problems. Of course, now they're saying that, oh, they said that this was just in case. No. They were trying to get him in Mike Pence's hands, baby. And that didn't work. So, I said, well, who was that a little while ago? I seen the thing going by so fast. Oh, I know it was. Call him out too. Thomas Morgan. Thomas, how you doing, brother? Glad to see you out there. What he coming and get a rope. That's what it. You know, of course, we're gonna have a trial first. We'll go through the whole, you know, legal thing of proving he's a guilty son. And I think that's what's gonna happen. Let me see here. Somebody's got their hand up. I just can't see who it is.
I got a
I think
joke.
it's Ed.
I got a joke real
Can
quick.
you hear me, John?
I can hear you, Ed.
Can you hear me loud and clear?
Loud and clear, brother. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Heard the news and everything. They were showing the covers on MSNBC at my job, and of course showing his plane taking off and everything. John, you do have that button for his supporters who are crying like little bitches, right?
Right.
That one?
Yes.
That's them. That's them. That's them. Yes, they kept the shout on. That's it. Really, and like I said right before we started the show, he's on his way back to Bedminster, and they're doing the same thing. They got a helicopter
Exactly.
following
More
the car.
calls.
Look at this car. Here's a car, and it's just sickening almost to give him that much uh, attention.
Yeah.
He's a crook.
Of course he's a crook. And they're thinking, and you know, they saying the biggest crime Trump has committed was telling his supporters to go to the Capitol and fight like hell, or they'll never have a country.
That's it.
Honestly, that is the biggest crime. I mean, they're trying to use Hunter Biden as a distraction, but Hunter Biden is a citizen. He is an ordinary civilian. He doesn't have he's not in office.
Matter
He's
of
not.
fact, the testimony here lately has said that he was Joe Biden was on the phone several times with his son, with other people, but none of it was any business discussed.
But I mean, here's the thought. I mean, Biden should sue Trump for slander.
Yeah,
You know what? Biden ain't got time to think about this motherfucker.
How about Hunter Biden?
He's on vacation. He's
uh,
at the beach.
Hunter Biden is bringing a lawsuit. They are
Yes.
they are talking. His attorney, Abby Lowell, is talking about bringing a lawsuit against these people because and especially against Marjorie Taylor Greene because of what she did on the House floor.
Oh yeah,
these
showing
people are
that
obsessed.
photograph picture that didn't work.
Yeah. Yes.
That's just slander. That's just malicious slander.
And he would have every right to do that. Okay? He ain't running for shit. Hunter Biden ain't running for office.
no,
But
No.
these people are.
but they are
These
treating
people
him
are.
like he is. They're
They
basing
treat
everything
him
they're
like
doing like he's
already
the one.
in
that-
office. You know? Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Lord.
boy, howdy.
It's a bit much. It's pure distraction. That's all they want because they have no platform.
Jim
to
Jordan's
run
got his
on.
sleeves rolled up and he's screaming like hell. That's what he does.
They have
Yeah.
a plan. They don't have a platform.
Yes.
Well, they
Well,
got
the
they got a
plan
plan.
They're
Their
running-
plan is clearly written out in this latest indictment, and it wasn't cool what they had planned on doing. They had planned on defrauding anybody and everybody who can hear my voice of your
And it's
vote.
amazing how many times in this indictment that it is pointed out that people were telling him, everybody was
Yes.
telling him that he lost the race, that all the bullshit that he was trying to spit out about voting machines or dead voters or fake voters, or it was all bullshit. And
Well, that's why Jack wrote it the way that he did. You know, Jack is my hero. Okay,
Jack is a hero.
and that is why he wrote this indictment to clearly state Trump's mens rea, his state of mind. He knew he lost that election, and yet he chose to spread these lies and start these conspiracies, and they had a plan to defraud the United States of America and the people of America for their
that's
right
exactly
to
what
vote.
it was. And that's what they're charging with. And that's the one that
And
they
that's
say
what
was
they're
used
charging
during
with.
against the Klan.
Emphasis on conspiracy and fraud. He can lie all he wants. He's free to lie
Oh, yeah.
all he
Freedom
wants.
of speech.
Anybody can lie. The whoop-de-doo, free speech. And that's what he's,
That's
all
what he's
about
claiming.
right now. And it's not what they're going after.
No.
They don't care about what he
No.
actually spewed.
It's what you
It's what
did.
he did.
That's what he
to
did.
Yeah.
Fraudulently conspire.
And he had co-conspirators. I'm
He,
telling you.
he and every competent attorney that he had that was telling him, don't do this, you can't do this, you lost the race, every last single one of them is a witness
Exactly.
in this case.
This just in. Where'd it go? Oh, shit. I lost it. So this just in. Melania applies to go on Love it during lockup or something like that. The remix just put something in there and then I lost it. Because my computer's not out.
Oh.
Not cooperating. the chat's not staying up with where it's supposed to be, so it freezes, and then I have to scroll down and find the new comments like it's doing right now. Anyway,
Goes by fast, John.
it does. It goes by real quick, but I think I ought to restart that page, but I don't want to lose the chat. If I do, I lose. Yeah, see, it's not scrolling.
I'm just bummed I lost my notes because I was looking into something earlier today that goes back into history and how this looks like deja vu.
Deja vu.
And I lost my notes. But it goes back 150 years. Or
Yeah.
thereabouts.
James Price wants to know if Melania is going to come in for conjugal visits. Just asking for a friend.
Hey.
Only if she's paid.
Yeah, only if she's paid up front. Let me see, what am I doing here? Come on, man. I'm sorry, I'm distracted because my chat isn't doing what it's supposed to do. Why is that not?
Maybe restart your window, John.
There I go. That's what I'm doing. I'm refreshing the page. Turn all blank. Now give it back.
You
to
know,
me.
you guys were talking about, the other people that might get indicted eventually.
The co-conspirators.
There's people speculating on which ones they think should be first. And I think Ari Melber connected co-conspirator John Eastman to Senator Ted Cruz.
Oh, they were
Because-
calling
Yes,
all
there
kinds
is
of
a
people.
list
Yes.
of
Yes.
congressmen and senators that were on the phone with Mark Meadows during the time of the insurrection.
Well, this was previous to that.
This is
was
previous?
Y-
Okay,
yeah,
catch me up.
before it was like the day before or something like that. Because Eastman wrote Pence's lawyer to ask him to get Pence to adjourn Congress for 10 days to allow the legislators to finish their investigations, as well as to allow a full forensic audit, and blah blah blah. On the floor of the Senate at about the same time, Cruz, who voted against certification,
Yeah,
used
right.
very similar language when he called for a 10-day emergency audit.
Yes.
Correct.
Tell me
Which
he
would
wasn't
have
talking
prevented
some-
the certification, which would have
Mhm.
put it back in Donnie's pants.
Yeah.
That's what all that was. And 147 of these congressmen stood up with that
It-
conspiracy.
Yeah.
They were part of it. That's what kills me. Because we all know this. We saw it happen on January 6th. We saw the congressmen and senators that protested, that voted not to certify. You think they did that
And
on their own?
Someone also has a guess as to who co-conspirator number 6 was.
Who might that be?
This one connects to Rudy, and it would be Boris Epstein.
Boris
Well,
Epstein?
Epstein.
Correct.
He's
Yes,
Russian,
it was-
right?
Some thought it might have been that Stephen Miller guy.
Well, it says the Russian-born Epstein has been with Trump's political organization since 2016 and was involved in organizing the slates of false electors in
Oh, really?
2020.
Yeah, I read an article about him today, being co-conspirator number 6, possibly. Simply because of I think it was the Times. It was a Times article, and they were connecting the emails with Rudy and Ted Cruz and that time span, and so they have references to those emails between Rudy and Boris and the phone call with Ted Cruz and the whole delaying of the count for 10 days. That whole part of the conspiracy to obstruct Congress from doing their job.
Yeah.
So
That's-
it will get known. The other 5 are pretty much known for who they are.
Yeah, and I don't hear any of them screaming, "No, that's not me."
Well,
Yeah.
Rudy's attorney came out and identified him as co-conspirator number 1. So there it is.
Rudy's got his
On that
butt
one.
in a crack, I'm telling you.
And just from the indictment, we could tell who 2 and 3 are. That would be Eastman and
Yeah.
crazy ass Sidney Powell.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the way I explained
Yeah.
it, because in the paragraph describing Sidney Powell, they use the word crazy. So
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are
I thought that was entertaining.
those were Trump's words. He called her
Yes,
crazy.
yes. So,
Hmm.
yes, I got
Because
mine.
she is.
Let's see.
Man.
James, are you in the room?
Yeah, am I talking?
Yes, sir,
Can
you
hear me?
are. We can hear you even.
I can't believe it. They let me talk this time. Shit.
How you doing, brother? Did you get to see the circus today?
Nah, I've been at work, but yeah, I'm finding them frog hair split 3 ways.
There
yo.
you go, baby.
You and Miss Linda.
They said Trump was fidgety in the hearing. That's what they said.
Fidgety.
Said he wouldn't
And-
even look at Jack Smith.
I think they
No,
locked
he's
eyes.
not going to look at Jack
I
Smith.
think he looked over there.
And from what I
I think he
understand,
liked
he
what he
was
saw.
sweaty. Ew.
Ew.
Mm.
Yeah. You know, so I hope it's, got his asshole tight, because I just know for a fact that sitting in front of these women judge and the magistrate today, I love what she did. I didn't even watch it. I just heard briefly about it. That she asked him for his full name. He had to say that. She asked him, had he used any drugs prior to court.
Right.
It had to be embarrassing as fuck. And she told him that she wasn't playing no shit. They weren't delaying nothing. And she would throw his ass in jail if she found him doing anything that goes against
And
any
I
of the
hope
rules
she
that
holds to her
set
word.
forth in court.
Yeah, because he was
And
told.
I'm like, yes.
And in my book, he damn near, he's going to start this shit. You could see it in his little speech there at the airport before he got in the plane. One, he was talking about how D.C. evidently crumbled to shit after he left. I don't know where that came from. It looked a whole lot worse when he was in there.
And it's not like D.C. just didn't get hit by 80-mile-an-hour winds
Yeah.
like 2 days
Yeah,
prior to this.
Yeah. He doesn't know
Well,
shit, but he's
it's
still,
not like-
he's starting with this, we can't let this happen. That was his last words. We can't let this happen. He's
Yes.
already talking to him,
Well,
trying to call his minions.
His attorney already had asked for a delay in all of this, and the judge just straight up said, "Oh no. We're fast tracking this.
Yeah.
we
put it
are
in the fast lane,
tracking
baby."
this."
I am.
And when he gets in front of that black judge,
Yeah.
oh damn.
Well, I wasn't gonna
Can't
say it,
wait.
but hell yes.
But it's not like the drug question was outrageous, because he's always sniffing every time he's up there doing a debate.
Snorting
he's
that
sniffing
Adderall, I
like
guess,
this.
is what they
Yeah,
say.
Adderall. I've
understand
heard
something.
a piece on
Standard-
Adderall.
That's standard operating procedure.
In any courtroom, are you fully
In
aware of
any
your senses?
courtroom.
Yeah. They want to make sure that you are there in full capacity, understanding what the judge is telling you.
Yep.
That's basically what that is.
She didn't give him no breaks. She
Nope.
treated him just like the criminal that he is.
Yeah.
Bravo,
Oh, yeah.
magistrate, bravo.
Oh shit! Yes, I'm telling you, it's going to be a circus, but it's going to be quick, and I think they're going to put the Florida documents case. They're going to put that one on hold if they have to move this one forward, because this is the meat and potatoes, baby. This
Yep.
is this
Well,
where
this-
the rubber hits the road. This is the whole insurrection.
Next hearing date, August 28th.
Yeah.
Well, and
So
his biggest plan is to try and hold all of it off as long as possible,
It's
and
always
in
his plan.
particular until Robert Reich says the key date to keep in mind is January 20th, 2025.
Yep.
Trump's
can-
main legal defense will be to stall the start of any trial until after that date.
There's
Can
nothing
Eileen
to
Cannon-
stall this particular case, and Jack Smith made sure about that. There is nothing to stall this case. There's no
Yeah.
secret documents. There's no classified
As a
anything.
matter of
Oh,
fact,
it isn't
this
so much
indictment is
that.
smaller
It's
than the
all
other
of
one.
The little procedural bullshit that they can stall with, where okay,
Oh,
you
they're
gotta
gonna
ask
do
this,
everything
no,
they
that person
can.
says no, and
On every
Yeah.
minor little issue to buy themselves more time. But I don't
But,
think the court is
And
going
the-
to put up with it.
And here's the
I
key
don't
point.
think so.
Both strategies will be to enable Trump to center his 2024 campaign on his alleged persecution by the deep
That's
state.
what he's going to do. Hello,
That's going to
Hank.
be his emphasis.
Hey,
but
How's everything
And,
over in the Netherlands?
everything is very calm and
Ah,
quiet here.
did you
A
see
little
the
bit
news
cold.
over there, buddy? Was the helicopter on the car picture going on over there?
Let me-
No, no.
haven't really looked yet.
I think they have
Helicopter
far more things to do
I think
besides
they do.
waste their time.
I think the most of the people here are a bit worried about Poland and
Yeah.
Belarus.
Yeah.
Apparently, some Russian helicopters or white Russian, Belarusian helicopters entered
Both.
Polish airspace, and well, now the Polish are all freaked out again, which they always are. So they are reinforcing the border with Belarus, which of course antagonizes Lukashenko. And now they're constantly asking for NATO help, even though it's not an Article 5 thing yet.
Not yet.
So
Yeah.
He's
that's
pushing it. The
basically-
Russians also attacked the city right on the border of right across the river from.
Yeah,
Oh, there
yeah,
goes
but
the Rolodex again.
that's normal for them. I mean, the
The
Russians
Rolodex.
are shooting. They shoot everything basically.
Yeah.
And we have to hope that they don't fire some missiles into NATO territory, because then
As
the
then
shit really-
things could turn bad real quick if that happens.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't put it past Putin to
no, and
try to
apparently
push
there
that
was
to
a-
the brink, buddy.
There was a survey in Newsweek, and apparently 31 or 36% of the young Americans want troops sent to Ukraine to fight, and most of the elderly people or the older people, age 50 and over, and something like, no,
Nah.
let's not do that.
We're not into this, so yeah.
No,
No, Russia's
no,
got
it's,
some serious problems going on within it internally with this.
Yes, there were
And
more
now with
bomb
the
attacks.
attacks here in Moscow and stuff, with the explosions going off down there, things, you know.
Yeah, some are drones, maybe sent by
Right.
Ukraine, maybe by Russian resistance. But of course, Zelensky is in a way correct if he says that even though NATO doesn't want that and Europe doesn't want that, Zelensky has every right to bomb Russian cities, basically.
Absolutely.
Because Russia's bombing his cities.
yes, absolutely.
Would be a bit
Russia's
silly not to-
destroying his country. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
If it was
silly.
me, I'd
I believe
do
he's
that.
the one that rolled over the border.
So yeah, it's a bit silly not to retaliate, but they're doing their best, and they've got some Western equipment, and it seems to be working. But of course, Russia has millions of troops, and the Russians are not a people that, during the Vietnam War, too many Americans came home dead, and too much of it was shown on national TV. So then you get like a protest movement, like fuck off. What are we doing there? But in Russia they don't have that. They have like a propaganda thing there, and so
Russia's
Russians are
really known
not
for
angry
its
enough
free
yet
press.
Well, what you would hope is for them for the people to become so angry with the government. And constantly people sending others to die.
It has to be
nothing.
internal, buddy. That's
Yeah,
the only outcome that is acceptable in Russia. It has to come from within Russia, the people of
Yeah,
Russia.
we cannot do anything to help change the situation there. So
Hey,
yeah,
can
but
you
that's
explain something to
basically
me?
What?
Hey,
Can you explain something to me?
Sure.
How in the hell is Russia a permanent member of the United Nations Security Council
Oh,
yeah.
when they are performing fucking war crimes?
yeah, it's
Well, isn't that a
the
good
problem-
question?
Yeah, that's a very good
I
question.
know,
I mean, the problem is that after World War II, they became a permanent member.
Right?
Yes.
Because they
They
helped
have
in World
permanent
War II.
status.
And yeah, and now it's very difficult. I think you have to have almost a full majority to vote a Security Council member out of the Security Council.
Which would be difficult because China is also a permanent member status,
right.
Yes.
and they're
Yes.
they're not
They're not
going to
about
do
to.
that.
Yeah, they
No,
like
no,
Russia
and
being in there.
It has to be
um,
100%.
yeah,
Yes,
and
has to
the
be
problem
Yeah, I
unanimous
is,
think
vote.
you do. Yeah,
yeah, and the
yeah.
problem
When
is
it
that
comes to those permanent seats, yeah.
That's bullshit.
while
And,
the
and China
idea of
is,
no, go on.
I was just going to say, China is clearly backing Russia with support, with drones, with military equipment, with money, with buying their oil and their wheat and everything else that they could do to send Russia money. China is clearly supporting this war.
Yeah,
Indeed.
yeah, but China has alternate motives.
Yeah, well, of course
They
they
want
do.
they want Russia to become their pet, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. No,
And
there's
that's
always
Russia's
a
put
price to pay
itself in a
when it comes to
position to
China.
be China's pet right now.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
Putin
and
is beholden to Xi very much. Let me send out a quick thank you to John Cass, who came in with a $10 donation. Thank you very much, John, and said, here's to a quick and speedy trial. Get her done. Indeed, baby, I want it fast. Get it done. Get it all done.
yeah.
Let's wrap it up in a bow. Have it for Christmas, baby.
But about the UN, well, it might have been a good idea just post World War II to have these Security Council members being able to veto everything. In the long run, it has turned out to be, of course, completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because nothing works, not even resolutions against Israel, the way they treat the Palestinians. Well, there's a lot of resolutions, but nothing happens.
Yeah.
So the UN has basically become a paper tiger.
It's
The only war they ever fought was in Korea, and that backfired spectacularly when China came in and MacArthur started threatening with nukes,
right.
and then he had to go. So yeah, it's basically a paper tiger at the moment, and NATO is more of a well, they say they're not political, but they are, of course, because they are supported by the politicians in Europe and America.
It's
and now
refreshing.
Russia is looking at I think Russia's looking at North Korea for help. Well, that will be.
I find it very
question.
refreshing that when we have Blue Dot Hank in the room from the Netherlands, from Europe over there. Over there, the discussion is not Donnie in the limo going to the airport, going to the. Yeah, that's not the story over there. The story is the world events, what's going on in the world, while we piddle around with a 2-cent crook who became president. We're going to have to go through this whole circus shit to bury his ass. The world continues to be a place where it's more and more.
Basically, the question here is, okay, you have this guy who, that's what a lot of Europeans don't really understand. I even don't understand it. The bail system, I don't understand. Here, there's no bail. If you're arrested for something, you stay in prison for a certain amount of time until you are. You may a judge decides like, okay, you can wait at home before your trial starts, or you stay inside before your trial starts. And then it also they have like limitations. So if you are a suspect of a heavy crime, then you're only allowed contact with your lawyer, not with your family, not with the public, not with anybody else. Why is Trump, while he is
because
arrested
Trump loves
in
a
name
circus.
only?
This whole thing could have been. The whole thing could have been handled by Zoom. The judge gave him an option to do this online. It was Donnie Boy that said, no, I want to come in. Because he wanted the publicity. And I noticed that Virginia Woodley just pointed out a minute ago, if y'all would have noticed it on the tape, how many Trump supporters did you see?
Not many.
Not many.
Oh, in the streets? No, I didn't see any.
I didn't see any at all. I seen more newsmen than anything else.
Well, he should be incarcerated, basically.
He should be.
He shouldn't be out.
He should not be out. Because he continues to be a threat. Because he is still trying to raise an army. He is not running for an election. He's running for election, but he's trying to raise an army, baby, because we all know he's going to lose if he's the ticket. And when he does, he's going to do the same thing. Thank you.
Running
Go ahead.
to keep himself out of prison.
That's it. out of the mouths of their own people. That's what he's running. Maria Betancourt just came in with a $5 donation. Maria, thank you very much, baby. I appreciate it tremendously. I appreciate the donations tremendously. Thank you. I can't
Hey,
say
John,
that enough. Yes.
Trump may be a two-bit crook, but hopefully America comes out stronger at the other end of this bullshit.
I'm having faith in that, baby. I really am.
I am too.
Every day, because every day you turn on the news, and it's filled of nothing but pumping Trump. Oh, Trump's up in the polls here. Look here, he's got 90% of the Republican Party over here just loves his ass. 90% of what? It's not 90%. It's like 51 or something, whatever they want to call it. Of what? What's left of the Republican Party?
You have to remember that Jack Smith says he has the right to lie.
He can lie through his teeth all day long.
He has a First Amendment right to lie.
That's true.
Again, I point out that the witnesses in this are all Republican. And we've seen a split. We've seen, what's that one that does on YouTube all the time? Lincoln Project. Always constantly running shit against Trump. There are still conservatives out there fighting his ass. And as I pointed out today, if it had not been for the conservative governor of Arizona and the state legislation, this would have gone a different way. Those people in Georgia were not willing to give him a fraudulent presidency. They weren't going to break the law to make him president. They were under a lot of pressure to do that, but none of them did. So I got to give credit to where they do, to those that stood up and said no, including Mike Pence, who said no, I don't have the authority to. He stuck by his guns. It cost him a lot. It should. I'm not going to give 4 years of his bullshit for one day that he did the right thing. And
it seems like every day we learn more about how close we came.
Yes.
Oh, we
yes.
came
If you read this
to losing
document,
our democracy.
We came real close, because, like I said, if any of these states would have, if any of the objections in the certification that day, if anybody would have tossed anything back to the states, it would have been all over with. There would have been no certification.
We had 7 states out there, guys, with governors and secretary of states and people who were in the position to certify these votes that were asked by these people in Trump and his criminal enterprise that he was putting together at the end of his administration.
Indeed.
That said no to him. And I give them tons more credit for standing by their oath to the Constitution than I give to Mike Pence, who was there in the thick of it all and going along with the process.
Right up until the last day.
Hey.
And he never said nothing.
Hey, he was making phone calls and asking if he could do it.
He was calling people to find out if he had the authority. Of course, the problem was everybody was telling him, no, you don't. So thank goodness for that.
He would have. If he thought for a fucking second that he could have done it,
he would have.
He would have done it.
Yes. But he would have done it in a way not to blame him. He would have just said, well, this is contested, so we're going to return it to the states to recertify. That's what he would have said.
If it wasn't for Judge Ludwig, I think that's what his name is.
Yeah.
And the former president, vice president, I can't remember what his name is either.
Who's that? Ed? Is that it? Ed?
No.
Who's coming in with static? No.
Somebody.
Not Ed.
If it wasn't for these two people telling Pence that he has no authority, he would have found a way to do it. Because he is spineless. And he to this day can't stand up to Trump.
Did y'all hear that noise?
Yes,
that might be Ed might be doing that. Or is it Mitchie? No,
It sounds like an air conditioner or something.
Very loud.
I have my air conditioner off.
Okay.
Well, mine's on, but it's on right now.
It seemed to have stopped you guys, so we can move forward.
Maybe the
Back
CIA
to the rat
listening.
killing.
Don't get distracted.
Too late. Shiny object.
Squirrel.
What were we talking about? Squirrel?
Donnie the
Um,
Dick.
the spinelessness of Mike Pence,
Oh yeah.
who is currently running to be president, which I don't think he has a snowball's chance
I
in
think
hell.
he was
No,
digging down real deep to see if he could find one of his balls today. But I don't think it was
Yeah,
successful,
well-
but he made a vain attempt at it.
Did he ever make the
John?
debate?
Too fucking late.
I don't know if
Too
he's made the
fucking late,
debate
in my
yet or not.
opinion. No, he hasn't made the
He hasn't.
debate
I mean,
yet.
he ain't got
No.
he hasn't got the donors.
Mm-mm.
Nobody wants to donate to his ass. Are you shitting me?
that's just throwing money
He ain't.
away.
You know, half of these guys ain't got a snowball's chance in hell of becoming the nominee.
I give Chris Christie more props for saying something now, because Mike Pence is still out there co-signing Trump's shit.
Yep. Oh, I'm going to be attuned to the debate here. When is it? Just a couple days. The Republican debate. The big question is Donnie going to be there? No.
You have a stronger stomach than I do, John.
All the
Yeah, well,
supporters
that's
have
my
thrown
job,
all
see?
their money in their
I subject myself to all this shit for the benefit of our show here.
Donald Trump said he wanted to watch the debate so he could see who was going to be his vice president.
He ain't gonna show up because he ain't got no balls
No.
either.
No.
No, he said he didn't say he was going to participate. He just wanted.
He's
to
not
see
going
who
to get
was
on the
gonna be
stage
vice
with Chris
president.
Christie because Chris Christie would be looking right at him going, oh, I'm coming for you, baby.
Exactly. He
And
would
Donnie
get
ain't
called
got the
out on
balls.
his bullshit.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump does not want to get on a stage where he's
Nope.
going to be asked about his, I don't know, by then might be 4 indictments.
Indictments, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yes, the Republican debate will be televised. It will be, and I'm going to be watching. Just with popcorn and shit. It's my job.
I really wish we had cameras in the federal courtrooms, because this case needs to be televised.
You know, that debate is going on right now. Chances
I know
are
it
it
is.
will not. But I think this is one where they ought to.
Well, they ought to at least tape it so we can watch it later.
Why do you say it will not be?
Because there's no
it's
cameras
federal.
in the courtroom.
Yeah, there's no cameras in
John?
the federal courtroom. Yes.
That's up to John Roberts. I mean, he has to decide
It is
that.
up to
doesn't he?
John Roberts. You're absolutely right. It is up to John Roberts. And do you actually think he's going to do that? Do you
Well,
think
hell, I
that
don't
John
know.
Roberts is going to allow
Just
for
Coggins says the cameras are up to
in
the
this?
judge in the case. Which makes sense to
No.
me. It would be the judge that would have to determine.
No, John.
No?
No federal courtrooms have cameras in their courtrooms. No. And it is up to John Roberts.
Well, hell,
Well,
I might get struck by lightning, but you never know.
You don't know, and I think this would be one case that should be, if
It
any case
absolutely
should be,
should be.
because this is an assault on our democracy.
It absolutely
You know,
should.
I'd rather have it out in full sunshine instead of behind closed doors. Now, either way, we're
The
going
wor-
to know every inch of what goes on in that
The
courtroom.
public needs to see the whole fucking
They
thing.
do. They need to see his face. They need to
need to
see
see the
him
whole
fidgeting.
thing.
If he's fidgeting, I want to see his fidgeting. I want to see if he's nervous. You know.
You know, they brought back Court TV years ago. It's on free
Yeah, it's very
television,
popular.
over the air. I mean, they should televise it on Court TV.
Well, they should. I don't think they will, just because there's no precedent for having cameras in a federal courthouse. I just don't think. But it is in
I
discussion
actually
right
think
now.
in this case,
And
it's
his
a
name
good
is not
idea.
Johnny
We don't
Depp.
need his face on a camera during all that either.
Well,
No.
again, you're right, because they would use that as
Yep.
No,
in
that,
political
I
ads
firmly
and shit.
believe the American public needs to see this case.
Absolutely.
I'd be okay with audio.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah, I'd even be okay with
we
audio.
Need to see. We need to
I don't
see
know.
this
I
case.
do worry about if they do televise it,
There's,
what he's going to
there's
try to
no-
make
there's
that
a-
into.
Otherwise,
There's no
we're
big
relying
problem.
on reporters, and oh my God, I don't want to rely on talking heads coming out and giving their opinion on what happened in court today. I want to see it
Yeah.
for my own damn self.
Yeah,
If
they're
there's-
going on with
if
this
there's
free
one big
speech shit
problem-
right now.
If there's one big
And from
problem with
what I understand, the size of the courtroom, there's limited seating in there for the court, and they will open up another for reporters. They will open up another room for reporters to actually be in. But you
If
know,
there's-
the
if-
American public. This is a case against the people and their right
You know,
to
she's
vote.
right there. This is a case against the people because that's what he's charged with.
not televising this would make the conspiracy nutcases go wild, because this
Absolutely.
proves to them the deep state is real.
Damn right. Hank.
Absolutely. And it needs
So
to
they
be
have to
exposed.
televise it.
Sunlight is the best disinfectant. Let's beam it in there.
Yeah, damn right.
I don't have a
Absolutely.
problem with it myself if they televise it. But I guarantee you Trump's going to try to use it as a platform and
Yeah, of
turn it
course.
into a circus.
Still.
And
Yeah,
that's a
that-
good
you know,
reason not to put him in.
Roberts could say, with the stroke of his pen, that we're going to put cameras in this courtroom. We're going to be as transparent as possible.
Yeah.
However, we're talking about John Roberts, and he already runs a very shiesty court his own damn self.
Well, stranger shit has happened. You never know.
I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't
I
think they're
don't
going to
think
allow
so
it.
either.
They're going to
I
allow
don't.
it.
Well, I can wish.
Shall we
Damn it.
ask Judge Judy to preside?
We all want to. We all want to be a fly on the wall in there. We want to see everything. I want to see the jury's faces, but we're not going to see that. We're not going to see
No, I would
any
love
of
to
it.
see Pence's ass squirming on the stand, giving testimony. I would love to see that.
It is going to be interesting to see the witness list, and I think it's going to start probably with Mark Meadows.
And wouldn't it be amazing if William Barr was on that witness list?
I think they had a
Since he's been
picture
out
of
there running his mouth.
like 21 or 22 congressmen that were on the phone with Mark Meadows that
Yep.
day.
Yeah,
Coordinating.
Bill Barr's out there running his mouth after he wrote his fucking book.
Yes,
They
that's
all wrote books.
yeah. John Bolton's
They
the
all
same
wrote
way. After
books.
they get out and write their book, then they want to go run their mouth. Yeah, Barr's out there right now talking about Donnie lied his ass off, and everybody told him it was all bullshit, that he won, that every bit of it was a lie. Where were you, buddy? Where were you?
Exactly.
You know, that's the sad case of our body politic, is the fact that, you know, it's more important to get your book out than to do the right thing when it was called on. When you were called on to do it, when it would have made a difference. But they get out, they write their book, make their story, and then they come on the Talking Head News to make more money as a consultant or some bullshit.
Yep, exactly.
That's the way it runs, baby. You know, it's sad, but that's the way it all runs. I'm happy today, just to know that he had to go in there and be arraigned.
There was this other news in Europe today in the newspapers.
What?
It's 2 American Marines being arrested for spying for China in California.
Yes, turning over sensitive information.
What?
Yeah.
Yes. Isn't that
Marines.
wonderful? Two
Yeah,
Marine Corps.
Marines.
Yes.
We want to make Trump proud.
I haven't read the whole story. I don't know what kind of information that they were trying to turn
I
in.
think there were 26 or something, 25, 26, and nobody knows what information they divulged. But they were paid for it. It might even
Sure,
have
they
been
got a
like
pretty penny.
I work on a base and we have 26 tanks in the thing.
That's how they open the doorway.
That might have been that sensitive, or I don't know.
If they did, there's going to be a price to pay for it. And
Yeah,
it's-
they were talking here. They were talking here in the newspaper. They could get max
Yes.
26 years in prison. 26 years.
If
Well, I think-
if it's proven that that's what they did, delivered information to China and were paid for it, then bet your ass it's going to be a long time before
What's
they
the old
see outside
saying?
of a prison.
Loose lips sink ships.
Yeah.
I mean, motherfuckers, they're gonna have to pay.
This while in the 1950s, an elderly couple who was spying for the Russians for years was killed by the United States government.
Yes, the Rosenbergs.
Yeah, the Rosenbergs.
Yeah, the
They were
Rosenbergs. So
executed
it's a
for
little bit
espionage.
strange that for instance, soldiers selling information are getting 26 years.
Yeah, it's a different
Isn't it?
world nowadays. Well, look at
Yeah.
the kid that just ran across the border in North Korea. We haven't seen his
Yeah,
ass. I don't
yeah.
think he's having a great time. I
No,
don't think they're
probably
treating
not,
him
but-
like a comrade.
Apparently, he was going to be tried for all kinds of misdemeanors in the military, and he fled. Basically, he ran away because he was going to be tried as soon as he came home.
Yeah, so he was being sent home
Yeah,
to face disciplinary action and be separated. And he knew that. That he left the airport, he was supposed to be getting on a damn plane. And he got into that
Yeah,
crowd
and-
of sightseers and then got next to the border, and there you go. Took off running. Ain't that some shit? Pretty bunch of dumbass. You know, I'm sorry. I did see his family on TV the
you're
other day
right.
pleading for information on North Korea, and I hope we get him back out. But boy, howdy, he put himself in a whole lot of shit.
oh yes,
I haven't heard this story. See, he ran into North Korea.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, he
Holy
blended
shit.
himself. He joined a group of tourists that they do have tourists that go right up to that, that spot they show all the time,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the blue
Right
buildings
there.
at the DMZ.
and then
He
took off.
darted. He darted through the fence and ran.
There you go. Escaped to North
Well,
Korea.
That one kid, he got he got detained, but he died.
Yeah, right after they released him, he
For
died.
a poster.
Yes.
Yeah, he stole a
Yeah,
poster.
if this kid thought he was going to run into a country and was going to be treated like
he
some
didn't
kind of,
steal- He didn't steal a poster. He stole the poster. He stole the bathrobe, the towels, the soap. He stole a lot of things, and his entire suitcase was full of
yeah,
hotel shit.
there
That's
you
what
go.
we do in the West. But if you're in a country like that, please don't do it.
Yeah, don't take the
You'll be
towels.
fucked.
Don't take the towel.
You'll be fucked.
You can't take the hand soap.
No, got to leave it too, I guess.
Unless you use it.
Oh shit.
Ain't it sad?
It
Yeah.
is sad.
There's other things going on in the world besides Donnie. But Donnie's going to take precedence over all the news for a while over here now.
Yeah.
That's all we're going to see for a while.
Yeah. Sadly, we have had 2 nasty stabbings in the Netherlands. There was a few weeks ago a mentally deranged guy who was actually from the Caribbean and who was supposed to go into mental asylum there, but the Dutch government said, no, there's no need for it. So he came to the Netherlands. He killed a supermarket shop clerk with a knife a few weeks ago, and today somebody in another department store employee got stabbed in the neck by another nutcase. So yeah, that's stuff that's happening here, and some hooliganism, football
I'm
hooliganism.
not making light of it at all, but I wonder how many murders happened today in America.
Oh.
Yeah, probably 10,000 more than.
There's- Everyday occurrence, sir. There's already been more mass shootings this year than there have been numbers in days.
Yeah.
So,
we
murder
get
and mayhem
shocked by
is
stuff like that.
commonplace here in America.
hmm Sadly.
Sadly,
Sad.
because nowhere else in the world does this happen.
No.
Only here, baby. And only because the Second Amendment gives them the right to. They love that shit.
It's been nearly 4 years since that El Paso shooting. Of course, the gunman is going to get multiple life sentences. They say they try to avoid him getting the death penalty, but it doesn't matter. He's going to die in prison anyway.
BW just said we
Well,
have had over 400
it
mass
is an
killings
interesting
this year.
debate. I mean, Facebook was full of it. Even the Blue Dot family had a discussion about it. This guy who shot up a synagogue with worshipping Jewish
Yes.
people.
He just
And
got the
neo-Nazi.
death penalty. That
He
happened
got
in
the
what,
death penalty.
2018?
And, well,
19?
to be honest, I myself and a lot of other people are against the death penalty because we think that putting somebody like that in prison or in a supermax for the rest of his life until he dies of old age or disease is far more of a fitting punishment than killing him because killing him gives him the most easy way out ever.
Agreed.
But Hennig, if I can add something, Hennig, a couple of years back in up near Scandinavia, there was a white supremacist that killed nearly about 21 or 23 people, and he got
Yeah,
he got
Anders
20 years in
Breivik.
prison for it. And I was
Yeah.
just saying, it was in Norway, and I don't think that doesn't sound as fair justice.
Here in Texas, baby, if there's 4 witnesses, they move you to the front of the line. They'll
He,
put
he
you on a
was
fast track
not
here.
given 20 years. He was given life imprisonment with a possibility of parole after 20 years.
Yes, but
And-
that doesn't seem fair. That doesn't seem fair. I mean, let him out in 20 years. He could
Yeah,
go
but
out and kill
there's-
it.
And that's 20, and if he gets
there's
off
a
good
big-
time, he'll get out
there's-
with less than that.
There's a more profound difference.
Yes,
The
Okay.
law in America is especially
but a
where
man or
the death
woman
penalty-
accused of a crime is, however serious, is presumed guilty until proven innocent. Am I right?
That, no, not only that. The
Okay.
penalty in the United States and the justice system is based on retribution. The
I see.
European justice system is based on redemption. Big difference.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah.
And the death penalty, you know, I am split on this, because if I think if there's any chance of rehabilitation or some question about a trial, I'm not too quick to jump on the death penalty. But some of these people, like this guy, who walks in and does this, I got no mercy for him. I don't give a shit what they do.
Yeah,
It's a
I mean,
waste of
that's-
humanity and air around me.
that's the gut feeling everybody has, of
Yeah.
course. But
Yeah.
what is
I
the,
like to consider
is it-
myself a compassionate fellow, but there's a limit to that shit.
no? But if he dies, he's gone.
Yeah,
He,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no
okay.
doubt.
He
No
cannot
doubt. He
cannot
no
hurt
longer
any-
is suffering for
But has
his
he
crime.
suffered? Has he suffered for what he did? No, he didn't. Never suffered. I mean, if you want somebody to suffer, bring back hanging drawing and court.
And let's
You know?
take into account on Hank's side of the argument. We just saw who was the Manson murder lady. Damn it. Come on, Rolodex. She just got
I
a.
Oh,
can't
yeah,
remember
well,
her name.
I'm sorry.
The
I
kid.
said I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to. It
she
wasn't
was very
Squeaky
young
Brown.
when she did it. Yeah.
It was one of the Manson girls who has been in prison since the Manson killings back in the 60s.
Yeah.
So she has been in prison all this time, and it has been finally released. And she seems to have redeemed her life and whatnot. And let's hope she does. That's the good outcome of somebody who was involved in a mass murder like that. Leslie Van Houten. Thank you, JWB52Z.
Yeah.
My Rolodex ain't going that fast enough. Leslie Van Houten, yes. All this time in prison, she's just being released. But she has
I
worked
see.
hard for that. You know, I don't think she would have stood a shot in hell of ever getting out had she not redeemed her own life within the system itself.
She was 17 when she went in, or 17 or 20, something like that.
She was very young.
Yeah.
She was very young. I can't remember how old she was during the trial.
So
And-
if something like that would happen in the Netherlands, the judge would take care of the fact that it was a young girl. She was under the influence of Charles Manson.
Right, right.
She maybe was
Extenuating
psychologically not
circumstances.
all there.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's why she
Instead
didn't
of-
get the death penalty then to begin with.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
Shortly
neither did
after-
Manson.
Shortly after they went to prison, California had reneged the death penalty,
hmm
and that's why Manson didn't get it either.
Yeah.
Well,
And
there's
he
a bit of a
he's
conundrum
crazy.
with the death penalty. Someone has to be the one who actually, pulls the switch or injects the
Does that not
injection
make
or
them-
whatever.
Yeah.
And, that goes against a lot of normal people's,
Yes.
taking a life thing no matter what. And they have found recently with the injection situation, the reason why some of those are getting botched because they cannot find a doctor who will administer
Right.
it because
Because
of its
it's against the
Hippocratic
Hippocratic
oath.
Oath.
and or they can't legally even get the drugs. So they literally
Yeah,
have to smuggle the drugs in.
there was a shortage of one of the drugs because I think they use either 2 or 3 drugs to accomplish that particular feat, and there was a shortage of one of the drugs available here in the United States, and
Right.
so yeah, that happened too.
I've never understood why, you know, putting your dog down is fine. I mean, it's humane, but when you're executing a human being, some of these people with these fucking crazy ass drugs, they're going through horrible fucking pain and still not dying. I mean, that's not humane. It's
That's
not. I
another
mean, I don't give a fuck if it's somebody who murdered somebody or not.
Yeah.
They did
Nobody.
the same
We don't
thing
want
with,
anybody to
Timothy
suffer.
McVeigh,
I don't
James,
want.
back in
I don't want to see
2001.
anybody suffer.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
What is even
Nobody
worse is
should.
that you
No.
make it into a show. The family of the victims is allowed to watch
To watch
it.
the
Uh,
execution.
I mean, it's not televised, but that's
No.
it. I mean,
This
you
is
make it
our
into
As well, it should not be.
what the fuck.
I don't want to go back to the days of public hangings, where they had peanuts and popcorn being served up. Hey, let me send out a big thank you to Louis Russo, who came in with $10 and said, "I'm not asking much. 5 years in prison for Trump before the election. Not much. Just 5 years before the." Thank you, Louis. I appreciate it.
The Republican Party has been, and Trump and some of these people out of the South want to go. I know that they want to reinstate. I think it's in North Carolina. They want to reinstate shooting people, this firing squad.
Firing squad.
And Trump has come out of his mouth that he would like to see hangings go on again. And there's several senators from the South who have also said the same thing. They would like to see people, I don't know what, swinging from trees again, low hanging fruit.
Low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these people are not well. The Republican Party is not well.
No, it's not.
In my personal
And I'm
opinion.
worried about whose hands it's in. You know, because
It's in Trump's hands right now, John.
it is.
And
It
the
is.
problem, because he has full control over the Republican Party right now. And the sycophants that suck up to his ass just to maintain an office in Congress, it's fucking disgusting, because he controls the minions in the streets who go to the polling booth. And when he says jump, they ask how high.
And those are the ones we worry about. His
Yeah.
minions. I'm not worried about him being found guilty. I think he will be found because the evidence is just overwhelming against him. I'm not worried about him
The
winning
man-
an election. I really don't think he will
The
win.
man has
But I
78
am worried.
federal count against him
78.
amongst all of his charges
And
everywhere.
and soon to go up more.
And counting.
And
And
counting.
counting.
That's not what I worry about. The only thing
And
I
they
worry
said by
about
the-
is the
by the
army he's
time-
trying to raise.
The fourth indictment comes down, he will have over 1,000 years of jail time racked up with over 80 charges.
Here come the judge. Let's get on with it. I'm ready to throw his ass in there today.
Okay.
Let's get a jump start on it, Donnie. You got a lot of years to come. I'm ready to go right
I'm
now.
worried about the after judges, the Supreme Court judges, because you know it's going to end up there.
You know a lot of this is going to end
Absolutely
up
he will
in
go.
Supreme Court. I'm not,
And that
again,
and that's one of the reasons why I think Jack Smith has written these indictments the way that he has written them. He has the receipts, and he is trying to make sure, especially in that Florida case, that there is nothing that he could take to the appellate court or to the Supreme Court to overturn the outcome
I
of
don't
these
think
cases.
the Supreme
Yes.
Court, as it sits right now, is going to take up anything for Donnie. They have already been tarnished. Their names, the 3 judges appointed by him, have already had their name tarnished. It's already
But
a
you know, none
6-3
of them
court.
will recuse themselves. You know they won't.
No, they won't.
No, they won't.
They won't. So yeah, there's that. I don't think Alito or
Robert?
Roberts or no, Thomas, Clarence Thomas, are going to excuse themselves from anything. And but I don't think the 3 judges that I don't think they want to tie themselves to Trump so much. Unless the plan is for the Supreme Court to reinstate him as Grand Poobah,
Well,
which
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think,
but
because then he would
yeah, but
attack the court.
Doesn't allow him to do that.
you have Alito and Thomas who will gladly tie their asses to
Yes,
his
I believe
ass.
that. I
yeah,
believe they
they
would.
will.
But I don't think the three that he put on would because it would really look bad for them. It would really look bad. It would stain their seat on the Supreme Court even more so than it already is. They have already been singled out, especially the two. My Rolodex. I need a whole screen up in front of me with nothing but names.
Kavanaugh and
Yes, Kavanaugh and what's her name? Brett Kavanaugh and
the other guy.
no, the girl, the lady at the end.
Oh,
Amy Coney Barrett. Yeah,
Yeah,
my
Amy
Rolodex.
Coney
It takes a little while. I want to thank Keith Thompson, a name I know out of my mouth every time. Ooh, Rob Marine came in with a $5 donation and said, "Well, there you go." He said, "A tooth for a tooth. You mass murder people. What goes around comes around. Karma. Bye bye." Spoken like a Marine, baby. Some people, don't mess around, baby. You do the crime, you pay the outcome, baby. Whatever that's going to be. Whether it be the death penalty or life in prison. The main focus here is we have to get justice on this. We cannot let this slide, and I don't want this to be the only thing. I am still looking at all those congressmen every time I read this indictment, or when I read it this morning. That's what I keep thinking. There's 147 co-conspirators in Congress who tried to do the same thing that this indictment is talking about. Stop
Hey, John,
the certification.
This has to deter a future smarter Trump.
It has to.
And that's why it's got to
and
work.
detour this from a future DeSantis or whoever else wants to pull this bullshit of claiming that the vote was stolen from him when it's obviously been certified by every state. And that's what happened here. Every state certified that election. They sent the slate of electors to.
And that's one of the reasons why I think that Jack Smith kept these charges, that brought the charges that he brought, and kept it strictly to Trump at this moment.
I don't think there's going to be co-defendants in this case. This is a case against Donald Trump. These other people, co-conspirators, I think they're going to have their own trial.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think so too.
I don't think they want to tie this bullshit up with co-conspirators. Can you imagine tying Rudy Giuliani to this crap? I don't want a clown in the courtroom.
He's already tied, but no.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be this. Jack Smith is going to handle this completely, or not really Jack Smith. It's going to be Merrick Garland is who's going to do it.
Let's not forget that Trump was unindicted co-conspirator 1 in the Michael Cohen case.
Oh yeah.
Also.
Jesus, are you shitting me? I just got a donation. I just got a donation from Stephanie Dean, who sent in $5. Thank you very much, dear. Keep us a little more up on date on the information here, though, at home. She wrote, "Hey, John, Jay says hi. He's still in the hospital, but hopefully not much longer if it's up to him. Happy Indictment Day." Darling, what the hell is Jay doing in the hospital? I knew you went to the hospital. Jesus, girl. Well, Jay, I hope you're getting better, buddy, whatever it is. Yeah, get out of there. I don't like hospitals. Food sucks. Another such reason. But thank you, Stephanie Dean, very much, baby. I appreciate that. Where were we? What rat were we stomping?
We were just waiting to see if Stephanie was going to tell us.
I did not know Jay was in the hospital. I know Stephanie's facing some. I know Stephanie had visited the hospital. I did not know Jay was in the hospital. That's the romance of the Blue Dot family right there. Oh, Jay has COVID, John. Oh, shit.
Oh.
That's no bueno for caca.
COVID. Damn it.
Damn it.
There is a surge of that going on.
And he travels a lot.
Yeah.
Jay travels a lot, so he's...
I went to the doctors today, and we were discussing COVID shots. They were currently out of them. School is about to start back up within the next month. And so I'm in the doctor's office trying to get my vaccines up. and because I can't do COVID again. I've had that shit twice, and
I
I'm
don't want
not
it. Don't
feeling
want
it.
nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm not feeling it.
got all
And it
sorts of
is
shit
on the
now. We
rise.
got leprosy to worry about. Evidently, it's going
What
on
did they
down in
tell
Florida
you
or some shit.
about when it'll be available?
Damn.
And what's the other one? Malaria?
Malaria.
Oh, yeah.
Thought these shit, we'd
Yeah.
already
Did you say
conquered that shit.
leprosy?
No. That's
Yeah,
there in public.
leprosy and malaria in Florida.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Leprosy?
Yeah.
The earth was
Well,
heating
it's
up,
not
buddy.
just in Florida. There was just a few more cases in Florida than
Well,
elsewhere.
it couldn't pick a damn better place to fucking go to.
I thought leprosy had died out, but apparently not.
Apparently not. My friend is trying to make a comeback.
People
There's
are
no
playing with those
in Europe.
armadillos.
Boy, howdy
The only
shit.
people in Europe that might have diseases that are, well, still not really taken care of, like polio or whatever, or basically are refugees from African countries, or I mean countries that do not have the healthcare that we have.
Right.
And
Oh, thanks,
Some
Donald
get
David. He said, don't
quarantined,
forget
and
flesh-eating
No,
bacteria.
they get quarantined, they get vaccinated,
We're all gonna die.
and they get cured, basically. But like leprosy in Florida, come on. I mean, I know people are old there, but so old that their limbs start falling off.
Hey,
That's a bit strange.
come on, natural selection. Let's
Yeah.
take out some of these these dead gene pools. Get 'em out of
Hey,
here.
guess who's out in the audience? Who's going to drag him right up in here? It is Mitch
Mitch.
Goldstein.
Hey,
Goldstein,
Mitch.
welcome.
Hey, Mitch. Seen a picture of you today.
Mitch.
A picture?
Yeah, tie-dye T-shirt. Zach was just a little baby in your arms.
Oh, that's my nephew. Yeah.
Oh,
he
that's
was
your nephew?
1 year old.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's 11 now.
you look like a hippie, dude.
Yeah, he was a cute kid.
No, I'm saying you look like a hippie.
Okay, well, what do hippies look like?
That's what hippies look like. It's your tie-dyes and all. I love it.
Yeah.
Anyway, how's
Don't
Julie?
judge a book by its cover.
Julie doing good?
Julie's here.
Good. So,
Julie, say hello.
Melissa.
So what's going on? Anything interesting
Oh,
happened today?
did you see the news today? It was all the pictures of him going down this highway, flying through the air, getting off the airplane, driving on another
Yeah.
road.
Guess what I don't give a shit about.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
not-
It's not-
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Well, wait, let me get this real quick because Stephanie Dean came back with $2 and said he's on the third bout of he's on his third bout of COVID. Had all his shit. Damn, Jay. Stop that shit.
Knock it off already over
Knock
there.
it off, damn it.
Yeah.
COVID is on the rise, guys.
It is.
You know, everybody
It
says
is.
that, you know, we're done with COVID. Whole nation
We're
is done
laughing,
with
but
COVID.
don't. This is nothing
COVID
to be
ain't done
laughing
with
about.
us yet.
So,
And it's
That's
on
right,
the
our-
rise.
Jay, please take care of yourself.
Our
Do what the
county
doctors
has,
say and all that shit.
Our county has ceased publishing COVID numbers.
Yeah, we don't publish them down here anymore either. It's not in the news anymore.
Nobody
I'm
even
just
mentions
hoping it doesn't come back into the news for some reason.
It's a
Well, maybe that's
pandemic. And if people were educated, they would
It's
know that
endemic
pandemics
now.
would just come and go.
It's endemic. It's going to
Yeah.
be here.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere. It's gonna be like the flu season. It's gonna come around. and
think-
bite
I
our
think,
asses. Somebody-
there was-
it-
There was this European news article that I read the other day. I think it might have been in China somewhere else. There was this guy they found who had like a COVID virus, which had over 300 mutations, and that was the most mutations they ever counted in somebody with COVID. So yeah, it's still evolving.
Yeah.
Right, Gene.
Hey, you know,
What's to do about
during
nothing.
during all that COVID shit, I said, hey, if you're such a big denier, then sign a fucking waiver that says, hey, doctors, you don't have to fucking treat me if I have fucking COVID. Sign a fucking waiver. That's all you gotta do.
No one do that.
Absolutely.
Well, doctors are supposedly sworn to be humanitarians. So.
Well, I mean, hey, when these people are just actively denying a vaccine and they're clogging up the damn emergency rooms, if I'm in a goddamn car wreck, I can't get in there because it's full of fucking COVID fucking people. Are you shitting me? That's
I don't know.
bullshit.
I don't know how Trump can put his gloves on with 1 million dead Americans' blood on his hands.
No shit.
No shit.
Right?
No shit. There's a lot of history here, a lot, and that we can't forget it. That's why we're here.
And I'm not a conspiracy guy,
But
if I were Vladimir Putin and I wanted to fuck up America, here's how I'd do it.
how would you?
I would get some poor miserable bastard like Donald Trump, who was not against vaccines in his life until he was told to do so. It seems to me like the perfect way to destabilize a country. And Putin was successful in arranging to have the dissension that we had over the vaccines and deaths and cripplings from people who did not get that vaccine for stupid, shitty reasons too.
Yeah.
Never underestimate.
Well, I did my
some people.
research. I did my research though.
Yeah, I looked it up.
You know, I got my PhD paper.
I
and,
googled it.
Well,
They
then
was
there's
perf-
all the
they
other
was-
ones.
Besides
who
that,
had
Fox News
underlying
said.
Perfectly willing to
their
shoot
lives were
a
cut
horse
short.
dewormer. Yeah, horse dewormer.
Yeah, that's what killed me. They don't want to take the COVID vaccine, but they're going to take some horse medicine and shoot that up their ass. Ivermectin, yeah.
You see, it causes
Not
the
a
heart
problem.
to enlarge that horse.
You know, there are people that are still taking it.
Ivermectin.
Yeah.
I hate to see their hay bill.
You know what? There
Buy a
will
lot of
be
oats,
less
are
of
they?
those people to vote come November. Awesome. Y'all keep taking that shit, okay?
Yeah, really.
I'm looking forward to the
Please.
people who are going to be voting this time. There are
Yes.
a whole lot
It's
of
going to
young
be a
people.
different demographic.
It
I
is.
mean,
Yes.
it's.
And I think it's going to be
It's a
one that
different
favors the
country.
Democrats.
I do too. But make no mistake, he is going to be the nominee. And trust me, if we don't get our asses out there to vote, they're going to put him back in the house. And that should
It
terrify
appears
anybody.
that way. Or at least that's the way the news likes to paint it.
I don't
John?
really. I'm not sure. I
John,
dispute the accuracy of that.
Well,
I don't.
really do.
I am questionable about whether or not he's going to make it to the because you got to figure
you know,
at some
Dem-
point.
we Democrats get burnt out really quick. And this shit's been going on since he left office. And we're already
Oh, and
burnt
it
out.
hasn't
We're
changed.
tired of COVID. We're tired of every fucking thing.
His message
All
has
I
not
want to do is
changed.
see us stay motivated about our democracy.
That's the whole key to
And
the
the
whole thing
threat
is
of
it's not how motivated they
Being
are.
in office
It's
with
how
everything.
motivated we are.
But that's what I'm saying,
Yes,
John.
that's exactly.
We have to stay motivated.
Yes.
Because
It's not
we
their
can get
turnout we have to worry about.
lackadaisical.
It's ours.
Exactly.
Right, and we don't have a lie to rally around
No,
like they
no.
do.
No.
No.
And you know what we do have that we can rally around? Bidenomics. We got a great economy going on
Are you
right
shitting me?
now.
They're bashing that too. As good as it's
Because
gotten, they're still trying to
nothing.
point. Oh, look at this! This is terrible news here.
Because they got nothing.
No.
They got
They
nothing
really
else to
don't
do.
have anything.
It's either we're in a recession, which we're not,
Oh,
or it's Hunter Biden and he ain't
Or-
running for shit.
Or Barbie.
And here's the thing,
Thank you,
or
BW.
Barbie. Imagine that. Upset about a fucking
Ted Cruz
Boy.
is really upset about this Barbie shit. Not gonna
Oh,
have none of
you
this.
know what?
They're
You know
feminizing
what?
men now. It's all the men are gonna be wussies now because of the Barbie
Texas?
movie.
Are you
Hey,
listening to him?
Just
Hey,
wanna
Bernadette.
slap
Bernadette,
Ted.
how dare you make my children think?
You know, if I want my kids to think, I'll
I'm
tell
not
them what
only
to think.
Your children thinking.
It's funny today on the
because your
interweb.
children is going to be taking care of my black ass the older I get. I not
Today
only
on-
want them thinking, I want them fucking critically thinking. Okay?
Today on the interweb there was this article that stated that a lot of girls are breaking up with their boyfriends because they turn out to be idiots who do not get the movie Barbie. So the movie Barbie is doing quite good things because all these macho idiots that go with their girlfriends to the Barbie movie and see how Ken is a toxic guy there.
I want to see it. I
It's
want to
like
see
it.
Oppenheimer too.
They're
But
good.
So
Yeah,
are you
they're-
I ain't
saying
been to
that
a
the
movie
girls
house in-
are currently making incels out of their boyfriends? Because that's not a good thing.
No, they're not. They were already incels, of course.
Of course they were.
Right.
Always
Yeah,
have been.
closet incels.
Boy,
just
I'll
Of course,
tell
we
you,
take all the blame for everything.
the Republican Party is completely suffused with like that aura of incel. Did you ever notice that?
Mhm.
It's not my
Yeah.
imagination, is it?
No, there's a stink about it. There really is.
And I can tell you, I don't think Trump ever seduced anybody in his life. He either paid for what he got,
Yeah.
or he
Or
just
he took
what
it.
he wanted.
Yeah.
Oh boy, howdy shit. Wait a minute, you need. Okay, doubled up. Okay, just got a donation from Lucky Girl, who came in with a $15 donation. Lucky Girl, thank you very much, and said, "Here's to 45 January 6th Arrestmas Day."
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
I can tell you
That's
what Jack Smith is thinking, or what I think he's thinking.
What do you think Jack Smith
In
is thinking?
scheduling these cases the way he's looking to schedule them, we are going to have every day something new that came out in court from either a known witness or an
Unknown.
indicted or a co-conspirator that
Co-conspirator.
Every
makes
day.
a deal. And I think this is just the beginning. I think before this is done, there may be as many as 15 or 20 co-conspirators.
Oh, I think we're just getting cranked up.
Yeah, I don't.
I think
I
the
don't
list is
think-
going to be long.
I
Yeah.
do
Witnesses.
too.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
If this conspiracy trial goes in the favor of Jack Smith, does that disqualify Trump?
Technically.
No,
Huh? It does
No.
not?
no.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, I'm not shitting you. No, it doesn't.
What the fuck?
The reason is because it's very, very specific what would it make him ineligible in the 14th Amendment. And unfortunately, none of the indictments that he's been charged with so far
So far.
have shown him to commit treason. I think it's coming.
I think he has committed
We
treason.
can prove conspiracy, then we might.
Then we
have a
might be
case
able to
of
move
treason.
to treason.
And I
Which,
can
let's
tell you,
face it, that's what he is trying to do today. He hasn't given up on us yet. He's still trying.
No,
he's still pushing the big lie, dude. He is still
absolutely.
pushing
Oh, yeah.
the
Yes.
same lie.
The
He's
same
still
lie that he was told
contesting
over and
by
over and over.
projection.
Let's make that plural. Lies.
Lies.
This is just a lie.
Hey, let me
It's
send out a
all
thank
one
you to
lie.
Debbie Palumbo, who came in with a $5 donation and said, "Oh, I love this question. What size T-shirt do you wear?" Why, a large, dear. Thank
Tall
you
and
for
skinny.
asking.
Tall and
Can't ask,
skinny.
tall and skinny.
Tall and skinny, that's me. No, I wear a large. Thank you very much for asking. That's why I went out to the storage shed today and got that box and brought it back in the house, because we have a whole box full of, I don't know, maybe 50 to 75 T-shirts in that box that we put away that were no longer relevant to the conversation, and just packed some away for posterity. And then I have a whole closet full that I try to rotate, and a quilt, and so yeah. I was going to wear the one that has his face on it, and it says neutron, proton, something else. Neutron, proton, electron, moron. And there's Trump's picture.
Moron.
Moron. Yeah. Goes right along with the electron, proton, neutron, all that kind of shit. Mitch Goldstein, what did you... Yes. I'm trying, buddy. I had a rough day yesterday. Believe me, I am trying to crank my brain out as much as I can today. Indeed. I have not smoked enough yet, though, but I continue to try. Yeah, some days just suck. Let me thank Mitch Goldstein, who came in with a $2 donation and said, "Too stoned to think of anything." Lucky man, I say. And Diana Mallory, bequeather of the gong and secret squirrels and great hugs, came in with $5, said, "I listened to a right-wing radio show today just to hear what the other side is saying. And they are saying the DOJ doesn't have a very strong case." Well, Diana Mallory, might I suggest they read the indictment? Because if you read the indictment, yeah, I think it's a slam dunk for the Department of Justice. I think he's got his... And like I said, we're not seeing everything here. We're not seeing everything. I want
No,
to see. I want to see.
no.
I really do. I'm waiting on Mark Meadows, baby. That's my. That's. I don't know why. Mark was right there. Mark was the one burning papers in the fireplace on January 6th. I want that guy
Right.
testifying. So, because he was right there. Anyway, before we get lost in the credits, let's do this because we got so carried away in the conversation today that we forgot to mention our Two for Blue. This is how we do it, baby. This is how we win. To stay involved, to be involved in everything. And this is the way we can be involved as a Blue Dot family, is to donate when we can, what we can, to the people out there running. And right now, out in Colorado, Adam Frisch is running against Boobert, the boob, the boob. And so he needs that help because Colorado, you know, they elected her
Bobo.
twice. What are you going to do, Bobo? And our other one is Sherrod Brown. He's running for senator in Ohio. We need to hold Ohio. He has got a lot of challenges against him. So we can take our $2 and we can go right to there to his website, donate that to him, Two for Blue, and we can swing this around, baby, because we don't have a choice in this shit. It's up to us to save this country. We can't wait for somebody else to do it. This is our job.
Nope.
This is our duty. This is what we signed up as Americans to be.
John, speaking of Ohio,
Hey, speaking of Ohio,
Granville G. Walton Jr. is still sharing this shit. And he wants
Is
you
he?
to remember to vote no on issue 1 in Ohio.
vote no on issue 1 in Ohio.
And I
And
want
that's,
to tell him thank you, sir, for watching and sharing.
yes, thank you. And vote no, and that's in just a couple of days. The 8th, I think, isn't it?
It is
There
Tuesday.
you go. See, some things are right there. Other things I got to hunt for. What else is going on?
I'll tell you what's going on.
What
We
Mitch?
have, I want to make sure that everybody who's watching and supports the Blue Dot family clicks the like button,
Yeah, it's right down
Share
there.
the shit.
and they should be
Share that
already
shit.
subscribed.
Yeah.
And if they're not subscribed, then they should deal with that right now while they're thinking of it.
Right now.
And share it.
Share
Share
that
it with
shit.
people who are of like mind or similar mind. You know, we are going
Or
to be,
even have
I
a
hate
mind.
to say it, I never thought I would be saying this, but we have one more chance to hold the fascists off before we go to the mattresses. I'm telling you, it's going to get serious.
I am not going to argue that point. This is
We
it.
are voting for our democracy.
Our democracy.
That's
Because
correct.
if we fail this time, it ain't going to be pretty. I'm with Mitch. It's going to be hitting the mattresses. It's going to get bad.
Yeah.
And I am so afraid that it's going to go that way. Because if he's in the race,
Don't let that
won.
discourage us. We
No.
have to stay strong.
it
You have to
should
stay focused.
strengthen us.
Right?
Well, even
Right.
and even with or without Trump, it's still creeping that way. We have to
It's
keep
not
it. from
all about
creeping.
Trump.
No, it's not all fuck Trump.
Hey, you
It's
might-
about
Did they have
fascism.
one?
It's about Christian supremacy. It's about white supremacy.
It is.
It's about theocracy. These are not part of what America is supposed
No.
to be.
No.
Real patriots know that.
You may not be a Democrat, you may not be a hardcore leftist, but you have to stand for democracy. You have to.
And that's what we've seen in
Exactly.
some of the Republicans that we talked about earlier. These legislators, these Republican legislators and secretaries of state in the states that refused to change the certification and change the electoral ballot slate.
And charged people, had their DAs charge people. Interestingly, there was a case that a court threw out in Pennsylvania where somebody was trying to sue Donald Trump personally for things he did while he was in office, and decided that in this particular case where they were suing Donald Trump in a civil matter,
Right?
that his immunity was in the presidency was valid. The right wingers are claiming that's some sort of huge victory. I can tell you, it's a minor victory. It's a frivolous lawsuit from a Pennsylvania fake elector trying to sue Trump for telling them to be a fake elector and be part of a conspiracy to commit
To
crimes.
defraud.
Now, those electors did not, at least so far, provably break federal laws. They're being charged in Michigan
State laws.
Under
with
state law.
state laws. Two things interesting about that. Number one, they can't be pardoned by the president, no matter what happens.
Not state law.
Nope.
And number two, they are open to prosecution because of the same charges that one of the charges, which is depriving, conspiracy
Us
to
of our
deprive
vote.
Americans
Deprive the vote.
of their right to vote. Yeah.
Right.
And other charges.
I think every one of them that put their name on those fake elector slates have jeopardy. They have.
Yeah, they do.
Because I don't give a shit what we're only going to use it in case we win in court, and then we're set to go. No bullshit. You're signing a fake document.
Thank God for these people who were running these state elections and their
That's
oath
what I'm saying.
to the Constitution and their willingness to do what was right.
We
at
need to
that
be
time.
thankful for those
Under
that still
pressure.
retain.
Imagine being the Secretary of State of Arizona and the
The
president
pressure.
is calling you.
Oh, baby. Everybody's calling him. Trump's calling him. Wacko Giuliani, Sidney Powell, John Eastman, everybody's calling him. Trying
If
to
you
put the
have
pressure on him.
If you have any patriotic bone in your goddamn body,
Say it loud.
there should be no fucking pressure at all.
Yeah.
There should be no
Yeah.
fucking pressure whatsoever if you have any fucking patriotic in your body.
We got it, baby. You got it.
Damn it.
To me,
Thank
this is where
goodness they
it
told him
hits
no.
the rubber meets the road, baby. Is in this case. If you still support this man, please give up your I don't know, your American card, your Patriot card, whatever card you think because it's all fake.
Hand over your frickin' birthing.
No
birth
shit.
We're not even
No
talking
shit.
about the secret documents
I
he's
think Russia would just love to have your ass.
Right.
Donnie would take Donnie with you. Anyway, Lucky Girl came back in with another $5 and said, and I hope this is true. Somebody tell me if this is true, if I could do this. She says, get yourself a Jack Smith Justice is Served Subway sandwich. I hope if that's up in Canada, I want one.
Oh, damn.
I feel like going into my Subway tomorrow and going, hey, can I get the Jack Smith Justice is Served Subway, please?
Okay.
I want deluxe.
Maybe you should look online, see if it's on the app.
Really? I wouldn't
let's-
doubt if
no
they have it
matter
up in
what
Canada.
happens, we really have to take a long, hard look at how, and I'm not going to say we allowed it or we permitted it to happen, but it happened while we were watching. That a man
are
this
all witness.
corrupt and this criminal and this disrespectful of any sort of authority that supersedes his own managed to get into a powerful position that played to his ego, that allowed him to filch uncounted. We're not even talking about him.
And
We
this
forgot
is
about
that is our
all
fault.
the money that he shifted into his company while he was president.
Oh, we don't
The
know
money he
yet.
shifted to his children while he was president. We haven't even talked about that
Yeah.
yet because there's no one to investigate that right now. Congress
I think it's
can't
coming.
do it.
We literally don't have enough people to investigate him.
We've got enough right now. We can hold off on Jarrett and Ivanka until after we get done with Donnie.
And let me tell you, when Fonnie Willis unseals that indictment, the other ones are going to look like nothing.
This is going to
Just
be
wait.
big.
This is a big
they're talking about
conspiracy
RICO
report.
charges. This is gangster shit.
Yep.
Yeah, and some
This
of
is
that is
RICO.
alluded to in this indictment. So some of the same people in this indictment, co-conspirators, are going to show up in that same indictment down in Georgia.
Yep.
Yep.
So let's get on with the rat.
America's mayor.
America.
I hated
Yeah.
that son of a bitch
Yeah,
from the
I
moment
don't
where
think so.
from the moment when he beat David Dinkins, and I was on the Dinkins campaign staff, and I was like, oh, fair and square, Rudy Giuliani won. And then Giuliani's press conference, the first press conference as mayor, he said that Dinkins, the reason why Dinkins lost is his staff didn't work hard enough.
Oh, really?
That was it
That
for me
better
and
be
Rudy.
you.
Yeah, I would kind of take that
That would be
personal.
you. Yeah, I'd take that personally.
So
No.
when he became America's mayor, I was like, yeah, we'll see.
There's nothing
We'll
more
see
fitting
who's
than what's
mayor
happening to
is.
that man right now. Because
And-
he
and
sold
look at
his
the
soul,
downfall
baby.
he's created for
He
himself.
cashed in on 9/11 as much as he
Paying his
could.
legal bills, John.
Huh?
Rudy has a case against him by one of his a lady that worked for him for $3.1 million.
Dump free.
Oh, that reminds me. I might be busy tomorrow
Yeah.
because I fully intend to win the big Mega Millions jackpot lottery
You
tomorrow.
imagine Rudy Giuliani seducing a woman? No.
Oh my
No,
God, that is
no,
gross.
that's gross,
Oh God,
bitch.
that is gross.
Damn,
How about Ben
Yeah, but-
Shapiro?
no,
Stop. My brain can't
No.
take these
Trump
things,
is just
man.
as gross. So
Say,
Hey,
so I tell you, right?
ruined any
I was
romantic
remember-
plans for everybody this evening they had. Put
I
that
was
thought
listening
in
to
your
remember
head.
when?
I
You
was
remember
listening
when?
to
John,
the Barbies.
There should be, lucky girl.
hold up, you guys. Hold up.
Okay.
A lucky girl sends a message
Yep.
at Blue Dot in Texas. No, sorry, there's no justice is served. Subway sandwich. But there
Boo.
should be.
There should be. As a matter of fact, maybe we ought to start. Maybe we ought to start a writing campaign. We want.
Hey,
We
there
want
you
a
go.
justice is served
we,
sandwich.
we can make that happen, okay? We want Jack's. You know, if I worked for Subway and Jack Smith came into my Subway
marketing.
and bought a sandwich, I would be buying the man lunch every single
day.
day.
Yeah,
Every,
right.
I'd have that on a billboard. Jack Smith, come to my spot. Yes, I would.
Yup.
Proud as shit. Anyway, I guess we're
It
letting
might
this
be
clock tick on by, and Mama's here by herself tonight, so I can't stay too late. But I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight. It was a lively conversation. We knew it was going to be a good show because, Donnie got arrested today. How could it not be a good show? And we could all put a smile on our face and soak it up. But the work's not done, baby. We can enjoy this day, but baby, it's more. There's more coming. In the case down in Georgia, it's going to crack open. Oh Lord, we're going to hear the. Oh, it's going to be ketchup flying everywhere. My God, I think it's going to get bad, baby. I'm telling you. Anyway, let's suffer it with this shit. Mushy shit for everybody that reached out to me. I appreciate it tremendously. I love you for it, and I love this family. We hold each other up. We hold each other's hands. We make it through any kind of shit that comes up, baby. There's a lot of good people in this family, and I appreciate them very much. Anyway, let me see. James, thanks for coming in, brother. I enjoy it when you step into the room. Don't be bashful.
Love you, John, and
Love you
love
back,
you,
brother.
John, and thank you for inviting me in.
Oh, hell.
I'm most glad that
I'm
this
going to
court
prod you with a
allowed me to
stick if you
fucking
don't,
speak
buddy.
tonight.
You know, I'll poke you down there. Hey, you coming in or what? Anyway, James,
I
thank
mean,
you very
I've come in before when you invited me, but this court just won't let me talk so many times.
Well, fix that shit. You got a hammer, don't you? You're a carpenter, goddamn. Come on, it ain't hard to figure out. Smack that thing.
Well, hey, give me a little credit. I'm on a different phone tonight.
Oh, well, look at there.
It seems like this phone let me talk. Maybe it's the other phone. I don't know.
Check the political persuasion of the other phone is what I'd suggest.
Anyway, take it easy, bro.
All right, James. Come back, brother. And Hank from the Netherlands, brother, thank you for coming in and giving us a little international flair, reminding us that there's other things going on in the world besides Donnie. So we appreciate that. To remind us that we have bigger things in the world to worry about.
We all need that at times.
We do indeed. We do indeed. Yep, look at here. Let me get another thank you in because Diana Mallory, bequeather the gong, came in with another $5 and said, right-wingers said 45 is going to try to get the venue moved out of D.C. Yeah, he wants to move it to West Virginia. Good luck with that shit. I don't think that's going to happen. But yes, thank you, Diana Mallory. And love my squirrel, baby. Love my squirrel. Private message. Anyway, where was we? Hank, thank you for coming in, brother. We appreciate the shit out of it.
Most welcome.
There you go. And Ed. Thank you, Ed, for coming in, joining the conversation, brother. We appreciate it. You're lighting up. Oh, there you are.
It's a pleasure, John.
Always, brother.
I
Always.
just wanted to join the conversation because of Donnie's day of reckoning someday. Of course, the world will be not only America, but the world will be watching my state.
Everybody. We are. We're all going to have our eye on this shit. We're
just only 300 miles away 200 miles away from Atlanta. Of course, Savannah is a nice hometown. But I'm glad to be home.
Outstanding. Well, we're glad to have you in our family room. Huh?
To say goodnight to everyone.
Okay. Well, good night, Ed, and I appreciate it.
Well, I do want to say, Hank, I did visit your country back in '99. Very nice.
Ah, brilliant.
Yeah,
Nice country.
I would
Just
love
like
to
to
go to the
Amsterdam.
Netherlands.
Glad you liked it.
Thank you so much. Hope to come back someday.
I've
Oh,
seen the
yes.
pictures.
Very
I
soon.
want to go.
Very soon. Again, good night, everyone.
Good night, Ed.
Good night.
And
Night,
Mitch,
night.
Yeah.
thank you, brother, for coming in. I appreciate that.
Oh, you know, man, I'm always up for celebrating anything that is
Has to do with
yeah, setback,
With
any
pinata.
setback for Trump. I have to imagine at this point, deep down inside, he's got to start thinking, this is not going to go so well
don't
for
think-
me.
yeah. He tries to put it a big face when he comes out, but I think behind closed doors, I think he's getting a bit worried. And we're not even in Georgia yet. Damn, it's
Nope.
coming.
We always feel like it's the first inning when
I know
it's
it.
a big problem to solve.
He's
Believe
like,
me,
I should have made a deal.
There are some things that have happened that have never happened before, and I think that that's good. It's we need to have this guy indicted. We need to have the trial.
This
He
is
needs
a
to be
moment in
spent.
history that
I think
needs
it's
to
gonna
happen.
I don't see how it's not going to happen.
This has to be the course correction
Yep.
to pull the Republican Party away from the edge of wherever it is they think they're going.
Right. And while it's happening, they're going to all have to decide for themselves. Do they want to be the party of anger? Like, how much are they going to commit? How much of America and the integrity and, basically what's left of American culture are they going to sacrifice for this pathetic shit?
Asshole. Yep. How much
How
are you
much
willing
are
to
they
give
gonna
up for this guy? Thank
And
you,
I can
smart
tell
ass
you-
squall, baby. I love you. Yeah.
Right, man.
Look what that.
And remember, all of these 9 January 6th sentences are nice and long. Good. Let that deter people from trying that shit again.
There you go.
And remember, Trump is not the incumbent this time. He's not the president. He has no immunity at this point.
That's the purpose of
They're
justice
bargain.
is deterrent. Anyway,
And I don't think unless he plans on literally burning the country down, I don't see how he's going to win.
hey,
Oh,
I think it's in his game plan.
He plans on burning. the
Yeah,
country
he'll
down
burn this sucker to the ground if he gets a chance. That's
in a
what I worry
heartbeat.
about, baby.
He won't.
Anyway, and we're not going to let him.
I think we got lucky
we are
we
the
got
bulwark,
lucky
baby.
again, John. All right,
We
good
did.
night, John. Good night, everybody. Blue Dot family.
night,
We love you.
Mitch.
Good night, Mitch. Tell Julie I give my love.
Tell yourself.
All right. Good night, Julie. Love you, baby. Have to take care of
Take care,
yourself.
everybody.
All right. And miss your chick. Thank you,
Yes,
baby.
John. You're
Is,
welcome.
is there any other shout outs you
Well,
want to give?
I lost my list.
Lost your list.
Oh,
But she had a list
had
of a
a
lot of
list.
y'all.
I
And
did.
if we could remember your names, if our Rolodex works that good, we would thank every one of you individually
Well, we
for
will
being a part of this.
Everyone who did share the
Yes.
rant and who did share the live show. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
all. We
Because
appreciate
what
it.
do we like to do?
Share that
the
shit.
shit.
Share and subscribe.
Like, share,
share that
subscribe,
shit.
share that shit. More
And we know that
importantly,
the views and opinions
involved,
expressed on the Blue Dot Live show are strictly those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect those of the Blue Dot family in its entirety.
not in its entirety.
We are not experts on the topics we discuss, nor are we journalists.
No.
We are simply concerned citizens trying to find sanity in an increasingly insane world. We urge you to listen, read, and view as many different sources as you can to keep up with the shit show of American politics.
Yeah.
Form your own opinions, take what you like and leave the rest. Just remember to vote like your life depends upon it,
Why?
because it does.
Because it does. And
Because
there
it
you go,
does.
baby. That's why we're here. Because our life and our democracy does depend on it. Thank you, Miss Chick, for reminding us.
You're welcome, John.
And Bernadette,
yes, sir.
thank you for being a leaning post, baby.
Oh, you're welcome, honey. Anytime.
It's,
Anytime.
it's
No, I got you.
I know you
Lean
do.
on me. Yeah, I'll always be there for you, John. You know that.
I appreciate it too, because sometimes
And
we
we
need to lean,
will
baby.
get through this shit
We'll get through
together.
this and anything else that comes in our
Absolutely.
way. There's only one choice you
Absolutely.
have in life, and I've said it from the time I started.
You know,
this show.
I just wanna tell Blue Dots everywhere, you're a lot stronger than you think you are.
Oh,
at
you
any
are.
given moment. and we can get through all of this together. All right?
I'd have to lean on somebody, but that's okay, baby. That's why
That's
we're
right.
here. Anyway,
That's why we're here.
I love you, baby. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
All right. And again, thank you all for being here. Oh, what happened to our shit, Johnny? Thank you to all our Patreon members who donate every month to keep this show alive. I appreciate it tremendously. To those who donated a la carte tonight, thank you so much. It's going to come in handy, baby, believe me. And a lot of other mushy shit that's in my heart, but I can't get out of my mouth without busting up. Anyway, I love you for being here. Y'all say goodnight.
Good night.
When will we be back, John?
Oh, we're going to be back, aren't we?
Yes.
We're going to be back on Sunday. But hey, guess what tomorrow is? Anybody know?
Friday, man.
Beer and Bud Friday.
That is Beer and Bud Friday. So put the beer on the ice. Get ready to put the bud in the bowl.
Holy
We
shit.
will be here for Beer and Bud. What? Oh, what? What?
I've just been off of bubble all week, and I cannot
Me
believe
too.
tomorrow is Friday, and I gotta go find something to. I need.
Did
to
you
stick my
see how I
bucket
started the
champagne
show? In my
in the
mind, I couldn't
fridge.
remember it. Is it Tuesday? Is it Thursday? Wait a minute.
I don't know what.
I
Day. This
know
week
it
has
gets
been totally
confusing,
off for
baby.
me. I've been off of bubble all week. So.
Tomorrow is Beer and Bud
Friday.
Friday, so get ready for that. We
Sweet.
will be back here Sunday night, getting prepped up for all what's going to happen down in Georgia, baby. It's going to be a full
Yes,
ticket.
yes.
We're going to be here for it. Anyway, I love you all.
Another bottle of champagne.
There you go.
Okay.
Pop that shit. We'll see y'all later. Bye.